So we're back up in the attic in Fresno, California. We have a gas controller, the WV 8860B1309. Anyways, this is right from the manufacturer. It is I think it's a Whirlpool. Yeah, Whirlpool. So we had the 4 flashing lights, error code. Called them up. They said replace the controller. So they shipped it free. And so we've got the new one installed, sitting right here. And let's see if it's the same number. This is the WV8860 B13. Well, this is the B1309, which is interesting. That's the B1310. So hopefully they know what they're doing. We can only install what they send us. Must be an upgraded version of this. Anyway, so we're going to fill this tank first. Before we hook up all the gas lines and fire it up, we want to fill it with water and make sure that we don't have any leaks where we screwed that to the tank, because otherwise all that, we would have to take it back apart. So fill it up with water. We'll take another video when we're done. So we have the water heater filled up, controller's in. We haven't hooked anything back up to it yet. We wanted to test it, make sure that the water is not leaking. So if you look in there, you can see, hopefully, that it's dry at the bottom, dry at the top, dry the way around. Try and get you a better picture. And then maybe if we could get one from down here and it'll focus. Hard to focus on it, but there you go. Let's see if we can get one from the other side. And maybe not. Let's see. There. Okay, right there, and underneath you can see, so no dripping, no water. That's the main thing. Make sure that this is installed correctly, not leaking water before I hook everything back up. So we'll check that again before we're done. Got all these gas lines and the wiring hooked back up, fired up, and we'll take another video. So, still here in Fresno, and just going to check this one more time in the back, make sure that we don't have any water going on there. So you won't, well, maybe it won't focus, but I'm doing a visual just for my purposes, the wrong side of the camera. And so there's no dripping down there. It's not focusing actually on the plastic pipe. Focusing on something else, autofocus. But anyways, so that's the point of connection right there. See if we can get in here. Maybe take a look at it. Anyways, so it's not leaking. Let's put it that way. Controller's in. We went ahead and got all the points of connections back in. Pilot in, thermocouple tied back in, gas line tied back in, and gas is on. The pilot lit. Right now it is heating, so you should have water about an hour and a half. Everything else looks good. The installation is not great. The water heater, honestly, this control valve should be pointing out on the platform over there. Instead it points out about 12 inches out. It drops off into the attic. So this is where you're trying to work on everything out here. So would have been nice to spin that controller and point it over there. We have lots of attic space over there to sit there on the platform. Well, they didn't. Okay, no big deal. Additionally, these straps, they're not really, that one's in the wrong place. It needs to be 4 inches above this controller by code. Secondly, it's not holding anything. Flopping around. Neither is that. Top one flopping around. And the only way to resolve that would, I can see they wanted to go straight off the top, you know, of the vent, you know, so they could get out through the roof. That's cool. But honestly, you need to get it against framing. Like this wall here would have been great, even though you've got some rafters up here, or some I don't know what they call them when they're up here in the attic, but these framing members could have got against that wall over there, anywhere. I mean, that would have been great over there, right there against that wall. and so you could strap it. Anyways, it's not strapped correctly, so not in our scope of work. Again, checking the water one more time, and everything looks good. Burner's on. Outside of that, this installation is done.